The Hidden Echelon. Part 3. The Ancestor's Rhythm. Chapter 10. The Final Code and the Leak Plan. An intense atmosphere was gathering over the hunting cabin in Charleville, and not just because of Caleb Flynn's imminent arrival. Inside, a feverish tension reigned. Alex, Sophie, and Dusty sat huddled over an old gramophone that Dusty had pulled from a cupboard. "We can't just leak the information through your old phone, Alex," insisted Sophie, holding the flash drive with the Aegis and AEC dirt. "Once this data hits the net, they'll erase or modify it in seconds. We need to use the artifact to make this leak immutable." "Exactly," Dusty nodded. "The plate doesn't work with the internet. It works with perception. We have to make the world believe this information until it becomes fact. But to do that, you need to activate it at full power, using the Song of the Ancestors." "And how are we going to make a gramophone play the Song of the Ancestors?" Alex asked skeptically. Dusty explained. "The song isn't words, it's resonance. The rhythm of the Earth's movement in this very place. Professor Linderman recorded it on this old wax cylinder." Dusty carefully placed the scratched, ancient cylinder onto the gramophone. "When the resonance begins, Alex, you must press the artifact against the only source of communication we have." Alex glanced at the rusty old satellite dish his grandfather used for Federal News reception. "A satellite dish? That will work as an antenna. It will work as a truth amplifier," Dusty corrected him. Sophie checked the time. "We have 15 minutes. If Caleb is flying here, he'll be on us any minute. Alex, are you ready? This is your moment." "My moment usually involves selling a hardcover book, not hacking a global network of corporate spies. But yes, I'm ready." Alex took out the plate. Dusty turned the gramophone handle. There was a crackle, and the room filled with a low, vibrating, almost inaudible sound that seemed to emanate from the very ground. Chapter 11. Activation and Invasion. As the resonance began, the artifact in Alex's hand started to glow a bright green, as if coming alive. Alex felt a surge, not of information, but of pure will. The will for the truth to be seen. "Now!" Dusty shouted. Alex rushed outside, clutching the artifact and pressing it against the satellite dish. At that exact moment, Sophie's flash drive, connected to the old laptop powered by the generator, began to work. The data on corruption, the murder of Jeremy Harding, and the theft of Aboriginal land flowed into the network. But not just as files. Under the artifact's influence, they were wrapped in unassailable reality. People opening their phones and computers in Sydney and across the world suddenly saw this as the only truth. It was at this critical juncture, as the green light from the artifact bathed the yard, that a black SUV appeared on the hill. Caleb Flynn had arrived. "Alex, behind you!" Sophie shouted, rushing out of the cabin. Caleb jumped out of the car, gun in hand. He was furious, but his eyes were fixed solely on the green light. "Hand it over, Sterling! It's too dangerous for your grubby hands. I'm a grubby antiquarian who just saved Australia from you, you corporate cockroach." Alex, for the first time in his life, felt a surge of genuine courage. Chapter 12. The Battle for Truth. A brief but intense skirmish began. Caleb, a superior fighter, lunged at Alex. Sophie, unarmed, tackled Caleb, trying to distract him. She grabbed a handful of sand and threw it into his eyes. "You think you can stop the truth, Caleb? Your corporation is finished." Caleb, blinded, shoved her aside with rage. "You're an idealist, Lang. Truth is what we make it. I'm saving the world from chaos." He wrestled Alex to the ground. Alex, struggling for breath, held onto the artifact. Caleb grabbed the plate. "It's mine!" Caleb roared, trying to wrench it free. At that moment, Dusty, observing the process, realized the leak was complete. He abruptly shut off the gramophone. The resonance instantly ceased. The artifact in the hands of Alex and Caleb went dark. Caleb, losing his leverage, recoiled. "You can't do this!" Caleb was desperate. "Too late," Dusty said calmly, walking toward them. "The truth is out. You fought for a lie, and they fought for reality. And reality won." Realizing his mission was failed, and that all his work had been undone by one stream of truth, Caleb tightened his grip on the pistol. He was about to shoot, but a second man, an Aegis agent sent by Caleb as backup, emerged from the bushes like a ghost. But this agent, having seen the data about Harding and the corruption that had just flooded his personal communicator, lowered his weapon. "Sir, it's true. Harding was murdered. We were working for criminals," the agent said. Surrounded and betrayed by his own team, Caleb dropped his weapon. The intrigues and scandals collapsed. Chapter 13. The Dawn of Truth and a New Path. 3 hours later, federal agents, summoned by the local sheriff, who had accessed the immutable leak, were on the scene. Caleb Flynn and his agent were arrested. Alex and Sophie sat on the porch, watching the first rays of sun light up the desert. "So," Sophie began, wiping the dirt from her face, "we just brought down the largest energy corporation in Australia and its Shadow Foundation. I think that guarantees a Pulitzer. And I think you've earned not only a Pulitzer, but a medal for bravery after you used me as bait and discarded me like a cactus," Alex quipped. "Well, you successfully ran away and used ancient technology to hack the system. And then you were saved by an old keeper and your own dirty phone. We're even." Sophie turned to him. Her gaze was free of sarcasm or anger, replaced only by exhaustion and a deep, unspoken respect. Romance finally broke through the sarcasm. "What now?" Sophie asked. "The artifact?" Dusty stood nearby, holding the plate. "It has fulfilled its purpose. I will take it back where it belongs, to the depths of the earth from which it was taken, so it can't be used again." Dusty bid them farewell and disappeared into the outback, taking the artifact and its secret with him. Sophie stood up. "I need to get back to Sydney. I need to write this story. It will be the biggest article of my life. And I need to get back to my books. I need to clean my candlestick, which has become a weapon of crime." Alex got up. "But I'm no longer afraid of dust. Or adventure." They looked at each other. Their first, true, calm kiss was not hasty, but full of promise. It was the beginning of something based not on fear, but on mutually tested respect. "I'll see you in Sydney, Ms. Lang. We can discuss further cooperation and your compensation for the damage to my property," Alex smiled. "With pleasure, Mr. Sterling. And don't forget, you still owe me a new cactus." They got into the car and drove toward a new dawn and a new, true reality that they had created themselves. Epilogue, one sentence. A month later in Sydney, Alex and Sophie celebrated the publication of her Pulitzer-winning article, sitting in the refurbished Meridian, knowing their adventure had only just begun as Aegis crumbled and the artifact's secret slept once more beneath the earth.